So welcome back to this meditation session, and we all are gathering here to practice meditation. So a few things to recap, and that is finding a comfortable position and sitting upright in a comfortable way. Freeing yourself from any other distractions, and this time making sure that you are solely listening the guidance and practicing. You're not doing any other activities as you are practicing meditation. Be trustworthy to yourself. And motivating yourself to practice diligently. And bringing your mind to the present moment awareness, here and now. Aware of the body sitting, and checking by feeling. Not by thinking, but by feeling the way you're sitting. Or you may use a mirror as a simile. So imagining that you are sitting in front of the mirror and looking at your sitting body, and checking any tensions, any discomforts, or if there is any tensions that you detect, then relax by squeezing or moving your limbs or muscles. And discomfort, again, moving your hands and the legs or the body to find a comfortable position. So connecting within yourself, the body and the mind, and feeling the entire body as you are sitting. And this is the moment that you are doing nothing apart from silently sitting and watching and feeling the way you are. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, but sitting silently and observing the silence. And you will notice the sound of a breathing coming in and going out, the movement taking place in your body as you breathe in and breathe out. And you will be able to observe how the thoughts are creeping in, or how the mind is going away to think this or that. And no struggle at all. The first thing that we practice is to be aware of the bodily sensation, or keeping the mind within the body, the connecting mind, connecting with the body, the present moment awareness, because body is always here. And the second, whenever mind just distract it away, or the other thoughts creeping in, being mindful of that and then recognizing it. It is coming. At a time, simply bring it back to the body. So that's a practice of a meditation. Mindfulness meditation is to know the way it is as it is taking place in the present moment, without any comments, any objections. Yatha Bhuta Jnana Dasana, the word called Yatha Bhuta Jnana Dasana. Seeing with wisdom the way things are. So body as a foundation ground to start off, to develop our mindfulness. But body itself is so huge, we cannot control, we cannot cover, or we cannot be aware of entire body at once. And our mind always needs something that is constant, moving, or something happening. Always there is a spark. Always a fluctuation is there to arise the mind. And here breath is a tool helping us to connect with the body. And here breath, as it functions, it brings changes in our body, and it changes some part of the body or entire body. And the breath is again a natural breath, whether you know it or not, whether you observe it or not, whether you recognize it or not. Ever since we're born, breath is regulating constantly. And it will go the day when we die. So it's a life. And yet this breath, we can play with it. We can make it longer, we can make it shorter, we can hold it, we can generate it for some moments. And we can work with it too. Working with that. So that's why it's an amazing tool that exists within us. And each breath is very important for the entire body to supply food, nutrition, oxygen. And also taking out any bad things in our cells. So in a way it also helps to keep our body healthy if we breathe properly. And when we fully relax the body, the whole muscles and all the parts of the body relaxes too. And with this, the airflow, blood flow flows comfortably. And awareness of this breath, again, can be done on its entirety or selective. At the nose to start off, or the chest or the abdomen. And the selection or selected places is to train the mind. Because mind is always running around, despite of a formless, colorless. It travels so fast, never stays alone. Despite of living in the body, always running around, far and wide. Having a fixed mind, a fixed object, the mind will settle down. And training with that, gradually mind calms down. And gradually mind gets the concentration, samadhi. So that's why we have first practice is known as the concentration meditation. Training the mind to be concentrated on the object. Ability to be mindful of that object. Ability to stay with it. That brings joy and happiness. That brings mind strong. And we will take control over the mind. We have a power to choose to react or simply to respond. So mindfulness meditation is, first of all, we have to have this soundly concentrated mind and then ability to choose to react on anything that comes to contact with us. And whatever comes, whatever arises, we have mindfulness of it without losing it. Ability to strike at any time when it arises. Ability to understand the beginning, middle and the end of it. Continuously able to be mindful of anything that happens, anything that is taking place. But first, let's find the primary object, a foundation ground to begin with. And working with the foundation ground, the breath-related object, whether it's a tip of the nose or the end of the breath, the abdomen rising, falling. And choosing one or another and working with that until mind calms down, mind concentrates. Ability to hang on around. And that time, once it's fully absorbed, concentrated, opening your senses and allowing other objects to arise, an ability to be mindful of them as they occur. Let's say you have chosen to pay attention to the breath incoming and outgoing. When it is coming, consciously aware of its coming. When it's going out, consciously aware of going out. Or having a clear consciousness of it and mentally making a note of it, that it's breathing in and it's breathing out. Arising, falling of abdomen, as it rises, mentally making a note of it arising, and when it falls, making a mental note of a falling. So let's begin with it, and as you're establishing it, whenever other objects arises, simply observe, acknowledge, note and let go, and simply bring back to the primary object. So continue practicing in this way until you hear the gong. So tonight we're going to practice for an hour. If you feel uncomfortable and tired, silently you can stop your practice. Otherwise, continue practicing, and at the end we will practice the loving kindness meditation. So continue practicing diligently, persistently, until you hear the gong.